go into it in good heart after the 2 results we've had. 4 points, our first points in the Championship. So it's been an encouraging, I think, first couple of weeks for us in the league. And these 2, we just want to get a couple of decent results and performances as well, just to top off this first stage of the season.
We spoke post-match after the Bury game in round 1. You said you wanted a big club in the second round. That was the aim, and then Liverpool comes out of the hat. What was your initial reaction to that?
It doesn't get much bigger, so delighted when they came out, especially being here at the Pirelli as well. As much as we would love the experience of going to Anfield, it's nice to be able to play them here at home. So you know, it's a great tie. In an ideal world, we wouldn't have it the same week as the Derby game. You know, two big games so close together. You know, right at the top of the Premier League, I think you hear the managers saying, you know, when they do play a big game in Europe or a cup game, and then they've got to play again at the weekend. We don't even have the luxury of playing at the weekend. It's the Friday night, and potentially our biggest league game of the season. So, but we'll deal with Liverpool first, try and get a performance and result there, and then we'll take care of Friday.
You were obviously around for the Manchester United FA Cup game, 10 years ago? That's probably the most comparable recent game in Burton's history. But does this feel even bigger, particularly for you?
Not a personal thing, but I think it's big because we're a Championship club now. I think when we played Manchester United, we were in the conference, and nobody gave us any chance at all. And despite us getting the 0-0, they obviously whacked us at Old Trafford. But getting the replay did so much for the club at that time. It's on a different level now. The financial implications are good, but not as vital as they were in those days.
Do you still retain fond memories of your Liverpool days?
Yeah, incredibly so. Brilliant 2.5, 3 years there. So thoroughly enjoyed the majority of it, and it was a wonderful experience running out. Anybody who's had the pleasure of being able to run out at Anfield and play in front of, you know, at Anfield and play in front of the Kop for the home team. I don't think it's too pleasant for the away team, but for the home team, you never forget that.
And do you think there's something, what do you think it is about Liverpool that perhaps marks it out as different from other clubs, do you think?
I think everything, the history, the tradition, the dominance that they had, you know, the Bill Shankly era and everything that started it all for them. And I think on a supporter's point of view, I think they are one of the most knowledgeable sports in the country. I think they appreciate their football, absolutely fervent in their following of the club and their support. So I think it's a package, the whole package with Liverpool. But I think certainly the Shankly era that started it all off, I think that makes it special.
You touched on it yourself. A shame in one sense not to be able to go back to Anfield as a manager?
Yeah, even the replay being out of the question, so it'll be finished on the night. So, well, maybe one day we'll have that opportunity. Of course, we've still got the FA Cup draw in January, so we can hope for that one.
There's this remarkable stat about how Burton have played 14 matches in the League Cup. Liverpool have won the trophy 8 times. Does that bring it home?
It does. Their record in this trophy is incredible, and I think as well it's a very realistic target for them. As much as we, I think, wanted to challenge for the Premier League and the FA Cup, with them not being in Europe this year, I think it'll become even more important to them. And it's a competition that supporters have, I think, enjoyed winning over the years. We've got very little experience in it compared to them, as you know from that stuff.
Certainly since Jurgen Klopp took over in particular, Liverpool have been renowned for the way they go forward, the way they attack, and they present plenty of dangers to any side.
No matter what team they put out, the way that they play and the way that they approach the game. You know, and even on Saturday, you get these results sometimes. It's not a freak result because you know, Burnley have scored 2 very good goals against them, but to have 80% possession and lose a game is highly unusual. So they've had a great win on the first day at Arsenal, 4-3, dominated the game at Burnley, not got the result. I think this season you expect them to be, you know, Champions League football, top 4 or something, and maybe challenge it or winning a cup or 2, winning a cup. So we'll see. But very dangerous team, whatever team they put out.
There's been plenty of talk about the way that Liverpool have started the season defensively. Dare I say, can you get at them in certain areas?
I don't know. Well, we've done all right going forward ourselves. We haven't kept a clean sheet yet, which is one worrying aspect. But we are scoring goals, so I always think it's easier to try and rectify the defensive side than it is create chances and score goals. But you know, we're looking dangerous when we go forward. I just wish that we weren't conceding as many.
And is there a genuine belief, particularly at home, that that you can beat them and that you can get through in this time?
Yeah, I think anybody here at home. I think even a couple of league games we've had, we're very unlucky to lose to Bristol City, and then we deservedly beat Sheffield Wednesday, who are an excellent team. So I think that's goes on from last season or two as well, where the home form has been so strong. I think there's just been a continuation of that. And there is a belief here that the Pirelli, because of the special sort of circumstances here with such a small capacity, terracing, things like that, I think there's a belief that we can cause people problems here.